AkronHipHop.com, the ReporterNewspaperOnline.com. It's my man Kofi is in the building with BlakFacts. I see you ready to start teaching already. First off, before we get started, how you been? What you been up to, bro?
Well, that's a good question. Just trying to get ready for the last part of the year. You know, the Christmas season, the winter, and everything. I've been planning a second trip to Europe, but I might postpone that trip for a little bit.
Well,
but in the meanwhile, I came across some information. I believe I came across it online about a play, a theatrical production that was put on here in Akron just recently by the Weather Vane. Now, the title of this play was "And Then There Were None." So when I saw that, I was like, well, why isn't anybody, why haven't, is this the first I'm hearing about this? It takes a year to plan for a play. How come I haven't heard about this before? And why isn't anybody protesting this play? Because the original title of the play was 10 Little Niggas.
what?
Yeah, that's the original title of the play, is 10 Little Niggas.
You said nigga with the A, but that's niggers with the hard ER.
You can say it however you want, but it's a play I didn't want to see here anywhere near this day.
You better say
This is 21st century, 2019. This is some 1886 something stuff over here.
10 little niggas. That's
Okay,
crazy.
right? And you see in the picture here, right? You got all the minstrels up in there, okay? And you see they got some bones in the hands. One of them's got the bones in his hands. And so basically, what you got depicted there are some white folks dressed up in blackface, imitating black folks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so this is the origins of the idea for the play. Now, the play was written by Agatha Christie. Actually, she wrote the book, and they made a play out of it, and they made a movie out of it also by Agatha Christie. And so
Wow.
that's the name that she used for her book, is 10 Little Niggas. Now, funnily enough, 3 years before she wrote the book, they came out with the Sherlock Holmes movie that was, or not, was it a movie? Let's see, now, yeah, because 1933. They came out with because I just saw the movie on TV. They came out with a Sherlock Holmes movie. It was called the Red Scarlet Caper or something like that. But it was really his first big production, okay, for Sherlock Holmes or for Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And then what happened was, in that play, he referred back to this little ditty we have over here, right? And the little ditty goes like this. You can see it on here. It started off, 10 little nigger boys went out to dine. One choked his little self, and then there were 9. 9 little nigger boys sat up very late. One overslept himself, and then there were 8. That doesn't make sense.
No.
9 little nigger boys traveling in Devon. One said he'd stay there, and then there were 7. 7 little nigger boys chopping up sticks. One chopped himself in half, and then there were 6. 6 little nigger boys playing with a hive. A bumblebee stung one, and then there were 5. 5 little nigger boys going in for law. One got in chancery, and then there were 4. 4 little nigger boys going out to sea. A red heron swallowed one, and then there were 3. 3 little nigger boys walking in the zoo. A big bear hugged one of them, and then there were 2. 2 little nigger boys sitting in the sun. One got frizzled up, and then there was 1. 1 little nigger boy left all alone. He went and hanged himself, and then there were none.
Then it was all gone.
Then there were none. And so what had happened is that when black folks heard about this this book that Agatha Christie wrote, they probably didn't hear about it really until it got big really when it was a play in New York City, and people went out to NAACP and said it went out and protested the play and the title of the play, 10 Little Niggas. And so then they changed it, and they also went back and changed the title of the book to 10 Little Indians. And then the Indians rose up and protested, and so they changed it again to 10 Little Soldiers. Well, I don't think the Veterans Bureau really liked that much either. So then they protested, and then they changed it to, and then there were none. So here's how this works. In the book and in the play and the movie, what you see is that the basic theme is that you have 10 people on the island. So in Agatha Christie's production, the original production, the island was called Nigger Island. So you got 10 white folks on Nigger Island. These 10 white folks on Nigger Island, they each have a room. And in their room is this poem. It's on the wall in everybody's room. So then what happens is they get, and then on the dining room table, there's a set of ceramic figurines, 10 little niggas. And then one of them gets killed or dies, and one figurine disappears. Another one dies, second figurine disappears, and it keeps going like that, right? But all throughout the book, all throughout the movie, all throughout the play, you keep hearing the melody of this particular little ditty. So here's my thing. Number one, we're in the 21st century. We're going into the year 2020. So out of all the plays Weathervane could produce, because they had to get the rights to this one, there's still somebody that probably owns the rights on this. Why would they produce this one? Why here? Why now? Why in Akron? Knowing that Akron is a hotbed, or has been a hotbed, known to be a hotbed for the Klan. Why would they produce this play here?
You asking me to guess, or you got the answer?
I'm not going to.
Because I'm not going to guess.
That's called a rhetorical question.
You better say it.
That's a rhetorical question.
Okay.
No answer required. Okay. So that was the main thing with the play. But then I took it a step further, and I connected this to what I do every day, which is I teach in the schools. And my question that relates back to the schools is, why are the teachers in the schools still playing this game with the children?
Oh my God, Hangman.
Hangman.
That sounds different when you conjure, don't it?
Hangman. Because, we've got this whole thing with suicide. The white children are committing suicide. The black children are committing suicide. And everybody's running around talking about, well, I don't understand why the children committing suicide. But you're playing hangman with them in the school.
Wow.
So what you see here, you see a game. Somebody made a game and put it in a little box and made it a travel game. So children could take it with and play it in the back of the car while you're in the front driving.
Hanging themselves and stuff.
But then you see this one down here, 19 ways to use the hangman game in your classroom. So this is online, right? So it's being promoted online. It's being promoted. People have made all kinds of games. Milton Bradley done made a game. Microsoft done made a game. Everybody's made a game dealing with hangman. And in some cases, I've been in classes where the class was music, and the children are supposed to learn about the instruments of the orchestra. And one of the games that they used within the program was hangman, to teach them the instruments of the orchestra. I'm like, you know what? There must be something better than hangman that we could use to learn about whatever it is you need to learn about. There's got to be a better way than hangman. So for me, this gets into the whole issue of, is this whole thing about digitization and Chromebooks and computer technology and all that, is it really such a good thing? Or is it really just, what do you call it? SOS? No, SSD. Same shit, different day.
You better say it.
SSDD. Same shit, different day. Just same stuff, just warmed up over.
Remixed a little bit for you and yours.
Remixed, but it's got the same basic theme, the same basic pattern, and in my mind, it's got the same basic result. Okay? So I think we need to really examine what's going on in the schools, not just with the hangman, but with all of these so-called technologically advanced programs. Because 90% of what I see when I'm in the schools, when I'm looking over the children's shoulders, is they're playing a game. It's supposed to be educational, but they're killing something. It's splat. They're killing something. They're killing somebody. They're shooting something. They're shooting somebody. They even had one where they tossed Santa Claus.
They what?
Yeah.
Did you say
Toss. toss him.
Oh, I thought you
They
meant
throw.
toss.
No, they throw him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, so they
We
like
tossing
shooting him,
those Santa
like
Claus
shooting him
around
out of
here.
cannons
Correct.
and aiming him at people, and he's like the armor, the what do you call it, the munitions. Okay, so all of this is well and good, and I'm just trying to put some thoughts on people's minds as to why are we still doing this, and what else could we do differently. Okay, what kind of improvements could we make, especially in the realm of education. And then I brought this one here with me today, which is a picture, another picture of Saint Maurice, which I've spoken about before. Anytime you hear word more, you know we're talking about a more.
That look like my cousin, son.
You see what I mean?
That look like my cousin.
Okay. And so this is in other parts of the world, in Europe, etc. This is how we were depicted are still depicted to a large extent, and have been depicted for hundreds of years all over Europe as saints, black saints, and gods, literally. So, but this other stuff that you see down here on the table, this mainly comes from America. This has to do with us, because the minstrel shows started over here.
Wow.
And then they traveled around the world, and they've spread this kind of idiocy all over the world.
Man, you know what? What you just did was created a couple of questions that I have that we'll save for another show. But so in the interim, tell somebody how to get in touch with you and how to follow you.
www.blakfacts.org. That's my website. You can also go to my channel on YouTube, which is the BlakFacts channel, and you can also find me at akronhiphop.com.
Well, listen, man. Until then, the next time, feel me before they kill me. Peace.
Absolutely.